Hi everyone, welcome to CBC Colouring Book Club. Thank you for being here today. Hey Abby, hi darling, been a while. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Abby. Okay, well, I have this picture here and this Fruit Loop that lives up the road. I did a colouring with her and I got her to colour an apple. Anyway, I don't speak to her anymore because she's a bit of a Fruit Loop. So anyway, it's now officially a whip, so I thought I'd just do this today and clean up a few things that I've got there. So I thought I'd just play around with this today, and I might start off with using some Pro Colour. So these are the Derwent Pro Colour pencils, and we'll see how they go. This paper is really smooth and it's got a crease in it. Don't like creases in my paper. So I'm going to use sepia, which is number 54. And I don't know how long I'll use these for. I'll just give them a go because, like I said, this paper is really, really smooth. But anyway, I'll just play around. Might end up using quite a few different pencils. And they won't layer on this paper too well, I don't think. But we'll see. And I bet you any money you like, I end up using my Prismas. And out of all the pencils I've got, my Prismas really are my go-to pencils, I have to admit. But if I ever do get to use what I've got here, my favourites will be my Polychromos, my Prismas, Colour Soft. I like the Orogitons, but I wouldn't get them again, I don't think. And then, yeah, there's others I like as well, but I wouldn't get them again and restock them. Now, this one is Nutmeg Number 65. It's not a bad colour brown over the top of the sepia, actually. And I am using a bit of pressure because the paper's so smooth. The Pro Colour are nice pencils. I don't mind them. Hi Dee, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you for being here. What other colours have we got? This one's Felt Grey 69, but it might be a bit too light. Oh, it's not too bad. That's going on. It's okay. Might do that down here too. Might even add some Colour Soft in. Like I said, this is turned into a whip because I started the apple and it's just been sitting there in my box and it's going to get more creases. So I'll get it over and done with. So I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. You got lots of nice colouring supplies and books. No worries, Abby. Let's see what other browns I've got here. Got a lot green, no. Grape. Another brown. Chocolate. Alright, I'll play with those browns. Now, I saw another grey there. Storm grey. Gunmetal grey. See how we go with those. So tell me what you got for Chrissy. My neighbours bought me a lovely cane chair for the veranda. Absolutely love it. This one is bronze, number 53. Haven't used that one yet. Oh, that one. Now I use sepia. And I hope you took advantage and got some of the freebies for Christmas. Colour with Elena posted on her channel. There's a few videos there with some different pictures. So take advantage of that. Grab yourself some freebies. And some of the, well, quite a few of them at Christmas. Not all of them. But you can always colour them next year. Or any time you like, really. Just because it's not Christmas doesn't mean we can't colour them. Or Christmas in July. A bit of bronze in there. Going to be different coloured browns than the other side. Doesn't matter. I might just put a bit of darker. Quite like those two together. I just need to rewind it and see which colour I used. And you can hear me putting a fair bit of pressure on because it is very smooth paper. Nutmeg. I use nutmeg. Hi, Donna. Oh, awesome. I caught you live. I'm usually a day late and $1 short. Happy New Year, hello, everyone. So happy to be here with you today. Oh, I'm happy to have you here. Good to have you on board. I know every year Dee Dee, Janet, and quite a few of the others do a colour-a-thon. I've been meaning to try and track it down and have a look, but I don't know if they've been doing it or not. They usually do. But I haven't watched those guys for a long time because their hours are so different being in the USA, as you know. They used to be a lot of fun because they didn't do just colouring, they did other stuff as well. So they were fun to watch. I have no idea. I haven't been watching anyone on YouTube, so I have no idea what's going on. Been too busy drinking with my mates, my neighbours. I'm not a drinker, and I tell you what, we have quite a few sessions, quite often on a Sunday afternoon as well. But that's going to stop. I've put on so much bloody weight, it's not funny. So it has to stop. And our clubhouse should be open early March at this stage. They've got the bowling green happening. That's but they handed that over Christmas Eve, so people can use that. The pool's looking good, but it has to be tiled. And we just had a few really, really hot days. First hot New Year's we've had in a long time, and I love a hot New Year's. Nice warm night. And just went up to a neighbour's for a barbecue. Some people went away. So that was a nice night. And I came home about 11:15 because I couldn't be bothered waiting for New Year's. Getting old. I couldn't be bothered waiting. But they had some fireworks. Not that I could see them, but we could hear them. Down on the foreshore. And it is crazy here at the moment because we're on the coast. There's caravans all along the foreshore and tents and caravan parks full, and it's crazy down there. For a little coastal town, it's just hustle and bustle, which is good for the town, bringing in money from the tourists. And the water the other day, it's just aqua blues and just absolutely beautiful. But there's just too many people down there. So when they all nick off and go home, have a warm day, we can go down there and play. Just too many people down there at the moment. But my girlfriend and I went down there and had a coffee, and it's like, yay, we live here. They all have to go home. So we had a good laugh with that. But the water was just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll get down there one day. I've already got myself quite a bit of colour. Not that you can see it properly, but yeah, got plenty of sun, which is, I'm a bit worried about because of melanomas and things like that. So I don't like to be out in the sun too much these days. I've already had 2 suspicious marks taken out over the last few years. And the doctor said just as well, because they did have bad cells. So, yeah, I'm really conscious of being in the sun. Welcome back, Ab. How's Cody? He'd be growing up. I saw the photo on Facebook. He's looking cute. So I'm just doing a coat of nutmeg. Then I don't get my colours mixed up. So I got my Forest Girl Christmas picture that I started on stream. I got that done, and I wanted it done for Christmas because that is now over. So I got that done, so I'll show you that soon. And I had a couple of pictures in the ink house, which I've been playing with, but yeah, it's a bit tedious. I'm sort of a bit half-hearted about doing it and rushing it a little bit, but I've been finishing those. And now I've got this because this is a whip and I don't like too many whips, so I thought I'd get this done. Looking last night, I thought I should colour in Clara's books. It's been ages. I thought, no, I don't want to start anymore. I've got a few whips to do, so I'll get them done. My couch will be here on Thursday, finally. I've only been waiting about 4 or 5 months. Feels like 4 or 5 months. October, I think I ordered it. September, October. It was going to be 12 weeks, and then they messaged and said there's been a delay. Late December, early January, so that'll be here Thursday, so that's awesome. Which means I have to move those boxes of books. And put them somewhere, and I don't know where. So a bit of rearranging. So I can't wait to get those shelves done. And one of my neighbours has got a guy coming today to visit or something, and she's going to ask him if he can come down and have a look, and he might be able to do it for me. So that would be good. I'm going to use yellow ochre just for the top of this box. So I caught up with season 10 Walking Dead. Not that that's everybody's show, but a lot of it was night scenes and everything. It was that dark, you couldn't see. That was annoying me a bit. Chocolate grey, Van Dyke brown. Now I put that yellow ochre and I'm just going over with the Van Dyke brown. Just a bit of a different colour on the lip. I'm not putting too much detail into this. I'm not that fussed about it. Just a bit of a play around. He's a pistol, but I love him. Yes, loving it here. It's all good. As it's, there's a few, bit of this and that going on, and it's all fun and games. But we have a good street. Had fun. Always fun. Bits and pieces going on. We had a Kris Kringle the week before Christmas. That was fun. And the guy in the next street, Ian, he dressed up as Santa and come around, and so everyone got to sit on Santa's knee, and that was fun. We had everyone pitched in and cooked something. We had ham and we had turkey and salads and pavlova and trifle, and it was good. Yeah, that was good. That was fun. Good street makes all the difference. Yes, it does. We're called the single street because there's a few single ladies here, but we've got couples here now as well, which we did anyway. So anyway, and apparently they call themselves Toorak Street. We have a suburb in Melbourne, Toorak, which is like, I don't know why they call themselves Toorak Street, because Toorak in Melbourne is like, it's like expensive sort of suburb to live in, a bit snobby. And the ones in the next street, they're just whingers and bitching about everything and complain about stuff, and they call themselves, well, I hope I don't offend anyone, but they call themselves the Pisshead Street. So there's a bit of, I don't know, it's a little bit, a bit segregated, I suppose you could call it. They have their happy hour, we have our happy hour. Our happy hours are better. All that sort of stuff. It's just a bit of fun and games at the moment. Hi Dee. Happy New Year to you too. So we've got Dee Richie and we've got Dee, colouring with Dee. Got 2 Ds. So I know I'm doing this wood, but get over and done with. And as you can see, I'm not exactly fussing about it. It's all quick colouring. But this was a freebie, I think, that I got ages ago. I don't know who's who drew it. I think I've just got it in my oddbod section, so I didn't. Hang on, I'll have a look for you, see if I can find it. And then if you really do want it, it's out of the colouring Haven books, I think. All I've got's farm scene produce. I don't know who drew it, but sometimes they have the freebies from Colouring Haven. No, sorry guys, there's no name there to tell me whose it actually is. Very smooth paper to work with. And being the Pro Colour, they don't go on as easy as the Prisma. So I'm applying a fair bit of pressure. Look, I'm colouring quick. So the last two pictures I coloured, which was Chris Chang's wreath, and I love that. That turned out good. And then Forest Girl, because I wanted to get all the details. I coloured the whole thing with this. And then I get into the habit of it because of the details. And my eyes go a bit blurry on me sometimes. And it's like, oh, goodness me. I need to get my eyes checked out. So I have to get out of the habit of not using the glass. And I've got glasses on and I'm still using a magnifying glass. So this is not good. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Yes, Abby, you can laugh. It's sad. That'd be right. It's cloudy outside and it's quite muggy, and now the sun's going to come out and we can see what's happening here. So I better shut the blind. Have a sip of my coffee before it goes cold. I was just having a sip of coffee when I read that. This morning I was looking for my glasses and they were on my face. Oh, Abby. God love you. What is that? That's blue and it's green. No, I don't want them. They were dark colours, but not the colours I want. Ivory Black. To the inside of the handle. Oh, God love you. Hope Kimmy's okay. Haven't seen her for ages. Oh, Melody, I didn't even send her a Christmas, a new message. What's this one? This is Copper Beach 57 and I'm using black as well. And I'm always using sepia. A bit of chocolate. It just gives the handles a bit of colour. I'll do the same on the other side. Something's never changed. Oh, she's Logan, all of that break. Oh, goodness me, she'll be needing a break. God love her. Oh, hang on, black first. Ivory Black, which is number 71, and I'm using Pro Colour at the moment. Oh, goodness me. God, you guys stay safe with this bloody COVID. I'll tell you what, my neighbour's daughter has just tested positive and her husband's positive, and so she's gone to do some shopping for him and she's going to leave it on the veranda. She said her daughter's like pretty cook with it. She's got a really runny nose. She can't sleep. And of course, she's got 3 kids to look after as well. So I don't know how the kids are going to go with it. It's a nightmare. Grey. Storm Grey, number 68. Hey, Mona. Happy New Year, sweetheart. Trying to get her down here. Yeah, she can have a holiday. I'm just using the Storm Grey for a base coat. I might use chocolate number 58. Now I'm colouring this healthy fruit and veg. Might encourage me to eat some fruit and veg. I had too much junk since I've been here. Sparkling wine, dips, cheeses. Barbecues aren't too bad. We've had salad, so that's pretty healthy. What else have we had? Pates and, just a lot of nibbly foods and things. And, oh, goodness me, yep, indulging big time. Yeah, numbers are high here also. Yeah, it's rampant. It's absolutely crazy. But just you guys, please stay safe. Now, I'm just going to use the Ivory Black just to darken that up a little bit. The holes in the crate. And I suppose now that I've done, I was going to use grey, but yeah, those holes look a bit strange. But if they're attached to the wood, then that should be wood. So gun metal number 67. I might use another colour. Bronze 53. I use the grey underneath because it'll give it a different colour brown. This is how you make your new colours. Just something different. That'll do for wood. I'm not doing it. Well, no, I take that back. Change my mind. Women's prerogative. Ivory Black. To find some of these. A couple of the knots in the wood. Where's that dark? Chocolate 58. So come on, guys, what did you get for Christmas? Did you get any colouring supplies? Tell me. I want to know. There's a movie on last night I haven't seen before called The Sound of Music. I've seen it 50 million times, but did I watch it? Yes. I love it. One of my favourite parts is when the two of them are down in the rotunda and that snobby cow goes home, the Baroness, and I love that bit. Bit of shadow under these stickers too. This is what you call quick, no fuss colouring. My two front teeth. All I got for Christmas was my two front teeth. Have you still got your friend, Abby? I got some fairy houses and Dylan got me a beautiful bag from a diamond painting stuff. Oh, nice. Oh, no. Oh, okay, sweetheart. All right. Yep. I got a couple of new colouring books. Europa, Rita Berman, and Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlton. Oh, nice, Mona. Awesome. I don't know either of Europa. I know Rita Berman, but I don't know Europa. I don't think. Forest Kingdom. She had another book out. I can't think what it's called. A watercolour book by Kirsty Rice, Spring Cutting Garden. Oh, nice. You did well, Mona. Awesome. Just a bit of rain. I know I wasn't going to do any more wood, but it looks a bit plain. I'll just put some texture into it. Hey, Wes. What you doing? I might just define this ledge along here a bit too. Got a bit of a glare happening. Paper's that shiny. Doesn't matter. Hello. Don't worry about the wood. And I'm not going to use the Pro Colour anymore either. Maybe I haven't got some colour stock. Bit of this, bit of that. All right. So, I finally got this finished and coloured the whole thing in with this so I can get all the details. But anyway, I'm happy with how it turned out. It's pretty good. So anyway, that's my Christmas picture all done. Hey Lulu, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. Oh, you got a new F-Matte sharpener, pencil, got some alcohol markers, got some Jane Davenport pastels. Wow, Mona, you got enough for everyone. Awesome. Thank you, Mona. Wow, did good, did well. Thank you. Yes, I'm quite happy with it. Stuck to the original colours as much as I could, pretty much. Have to admit I'm impatient. I'm starting to get, a bit over it. But no, it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. So anyway, that's that done. I'm over. Oh, what else have I been doing? Not that they're worth showing. And I've had this sitting on the table for ages because I started this on stream. And this is a simple picture, but I tell you what, once I started colouring it and doing the detail, it drove me up the wall. It's like, this is a lot more detail than what it looks. Just doing shadow and yeah, anyway, and there's bits and pieces I still haven't done. Drove me up the wall. So I've put the date down up the 16th to the 12th, but I'm still playing with it a little bit. So that's that one. Not fussed about that. It can stay the way it is. And then I was playing around with this last night. I thought, I don't like the leaves. And although I've been, using ink tents and distress inks and everything because it's the ink house, I went over last night with the leaves, a few Prismacolor pencils. So recolouring. I should leave it half and half, but you can see where I've done the distress ink, and then I thought, no, so I've gone over it in the Prisma. The half and half looks funny. You can certainly see it on stream. Did a bit more of the rat's fur, but I'm not going to fuss about it too much. So, and then I'll probably fix up the flowers too. I don't like them either. So I've been playing around with this one, and I'll hopefully get that done. What else did we do? That's it for this one, because I started this one on stream. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, I love it. What, this? Pretty basic. And then, of course, the next one, whenever I get around to it, and I figured this might be one book I'll get done in my lifetime because it's not a huge book, in theory. This is the next picture whenever I get around to that, but there's a lot of detail. So one day I'll get to do that, along with everything else. Alright, now, what colours did I use? And they weren't colour soft, but that's what I'll probably use. See what creams I've got. Yeah, I've got 6 skin tones here, so I'm trying to use the one I've used most. I'm trying to use that first to get rid of it. A really, really light colour. Lincoln green, that's not really suitable. I don't mind them being in these baskets, but it's a little bit... I don't miss my art display, but then I had the colours all separated, which made it a bit easier, but I don't miss dusting all those pigeonholes and everything, I have to say. Don't miss that at all, collecting dust. That mid-brown, maybe. I don't think I've used my colour soft for a little while, actually. Do the eggs. Alrighty. Now I'm going to start off with cream. And you probably won't even see that to start off with. And I've got a feeling it was Prismas that I used for this. So I'll do a few layers of the cream. Might as well do all of them. Well, that sun's starting to poke its head out and it's going to be very humid. And I have to admit, one of the reasons, like moving here with the split system, having the aircon, was awesome. It was awesome. It was nice and cool the house down. Didn't have to bake in the house in a sweat box. And I thought of poor Sarah and Josh. I thought, I hope you're enjoying Scarsdale, because that house was so hot. And of course here you can smell the beach because it's not far away. It's only like 600, 800 metres away or something. So you can smell that sea. And of course if the breeze come up, you get the sea breeze and it's just, it's magic. I had my 3-month inspection. So I wrote down stuff that's, not right. And there's chips in the bench on my stone bench top. And there's a few marks as well that might, So the guy said about the chips, it's sort of like basically can't do anything about that. And I said, I did not do those. They were there when I moved in. Oh, they did the inspection, like pre-inspection before I moved in. I said, yeah, and you couldn't even see them. I said, I did not do those. And I thought, don't accuse me of doing those, mate. You idiot workers, builders or whatever have done it, or it was a default when they put it in. But I certainly did not do that. But he was implying that, I'd chip them. So I wasn't real happy about that. What do you mean by the door catching? So he goes, it's not the door. It's, like your rubber strip along the bottom. And I said, I know it's not the door, but that's what I wrote on it. The door's catching. Doesn't matter whether it's the bloody rubber strip or not. It's the door catching. And I thought, he's getting on my goat, this little weasel. Now I know there's a couple of other things. And anyway, Sam was here, for one of the project managers, and he noticed that there's a grey colour all along on the stone bench top. He said, that's a defect. Anyway, so this stupid idiot Felix is over there with his finger on the stone bench top, and he's like, and his hands must have been dirty, when you get an eraser and you get that, those, off the eraser when you're rubbing stuff out. And that it was coming off his fingers. And I've got coleslaw in the process of being made. And it's like, yeah, good on you, mate. Like, I've got food on the bench. And he's trying to get them off. And I felt like saying, you can do that till the cows come home, mate. It's not coming off. It's in the bench. Anyway, and then, so we went through everything. And then I get a message from someone a few days later about the bench top. And they said, you can buy, the cream cleanser. You can buy Jif from Coles or Woolworths, and that'll, that might get it off. And I sent back a message and said, I am quite capable of doing such a. She said, I'll send a tradesman out, and I said, I'm quite capable of doing a simple task like using Jif, and nothing. And I've tried gumption, and nothing gets it off. And she said, but I didn't mean to offend you, and that. And I thought, well, you did, you stupid cow, because like. She's some people wouldn't think about that. And it's like, oh my God, are you kidding? You've got to be kidding me. It's like nothing gets that off. And of course that idiot's, got his finger trying to get it. And it's like, yeah, you can do that. The cows come home. And Sam said because of those marks and also that grey colour on the edging, he said that's a defect. He said you should get that replaced. I thought, well, that's fine by me. He said don't mention the chip marks. Hopefully the marks and the defect in it will be enough that they'll give you a new one. Get a new one. Thought, well, I'll be on that if they don't, because I didn't do those chip marks, and there's about 5 of them. Unbelievable, it's just things like that they're trying to get away with. So I turned around and said, your foundations are shit. You're getting on my goat, mate, because the guy that come in, like that I was saying was doing this, he's from Todd Devine, which is the builders. I think laugh out loud, you telling me that I did. And he was getting on my goat, and making excuses for a few things. And I thought, this is pathetic. So I said, yeah, your foundations are shit. I said, you play with the ball like the cat, and you roll the ball up the hallway and it comes back. I said, your floor, like the foundation is not level. So I know it's not level. Oh, no, they've got spiral metal foundations. I said, yes, I know that, and the termite proof too. I read that on the plan as well. I said, but it's not level. I don't think this little weasel liked too much. Sam was all right. He's a project manager, but that bloody got that Felix. Oh, I tell you what, he was starting to push shit uphill, I gotta tell you. It's like, keep going, mate. And I said, there's a couple of other things, there's like a couple of scratches on the walls where the paint's come off, and a couple of tiny chips and a few marks, and there's drip marks down the wall. Oh, the cleaners, they used a magic eraser and they used too much water. It's like, are you serious? Like, bloody excuse after excuse, and that's why I ended up telling him that his foundations are crap. Like, you're getting on my goat, mate. If you want to keep going, and Sam said, if you find anything, write it down. And I thought, yeah, well, I said I didn't want to be a bitch, but I felt like saying to Sam, this Felix is getting on my goat, and I will be writing it all down if he keeps going. I'm not going to be, don't try and walk all over me, because there's quite a few single women here, and I'm just wondering, like, if he's going to try that with all of them. Try and get away with it, make excuses for stuff. No stoppers on the toilet, rubber stoppers on the toilet lids, so the lid doesn't mark the toilet seat. Anyway, I've got those. They sent those, so I've put them on. I mean, that was a 5-second fix. I said my toilet, 2 buttons every now and again. Well, if I go to, I have to stand there and hold the damn thing for a couple of seconds, and it flushes real quick, but it's like I have to stand there and hold it. I said, if I go to a friend's, it flushes. He said, it's not a defect. I said, no, but if I go to a friend's and I press theirs, I can press it and just walk away. With mine, I've got to hold it. And I mean, like over the years, since I was a kid, used to have a few problems with the system. My dad would fix it up, and, and Scarsdale, when I moved, the same thing there. It was, automatic flush, but I had to stand there and hold it for a few. Now I move here and I still got to hold it. I was like, can I have a toilet that I can just flush and walk away? Like, fair income. Oh, it's not a defect. I thought, Felix, you are getting on my goat, you little weasel. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I get a new bench top, which would be good, because those bloody chip marks annoy me. I keep wiping over them all the time because I can see them. There's one decent one and the other ones are only little, but I know they're there. And you know what bacteria are getting on in there either. But when he sort of insinuated, like, oh, they did the pre-inspection, like, yeah, I know you're insinuating that I did that. Well, I don't work on that side of the bench. I work on the other side, for starters. I said, and there's a chip over on the other one near the oven as well. Or maybe they can fill that one. And I thought, fine, because I don't want bacteria getting in there. It's like, oh, excuse. So, yeah, I mean, we've had a bit of fun here. The poor guy up the road and his wife, Rita and Joe, they're Maltese. And I feel so sorry for them. Oh, this is a second-hand house. I was like, no, it's not, because there was no houses up there. It's brand new. But, oh, my God, guys, they've had so much going on. They've had the floor lift on them. They've had the floor relaid. You've got to be very careful what you use on this vinyl. You can't use solvents or, you can't steam mop them or anything like that. You've just got to use, like, warm water and, a mop or something. Excess water needs to be wiped up straight away, because otherwise it'll lift the glue. So I don't know what Rita's actually used on the floor, and I think she did say to us one night she used Pine Clean, and we're like, no, don't you be careful what you use on the floor. But anyway, the floor's lifted, so they had to get the floor. They got the floor replaced. The light outside that's not undercover, he switched that on, and it blew the whole house. And apparently they got about a litre of water or something out of that. So that's bloody dangerous. And then now apparently you step in the shower and on the tiles, and the water comes up through the tiles. So they've got to get that fixed. And it's like, well, they didn't do the waterproofing properly or something. I don't know. But those poor buggers have had, and apparently there's a few cracks in the wall. Because, I mean, we had that earthquake, which didn't help, because that really shook the houses. That really, really, my house was like a boat. It was just swaying. So whether that's got something to do with it, and the foundation settling and everything, because we're not on a concrete slab, we're on metal pylons, because we've got very clay soil here. But poor Joe and Rita, they have gone through hell. It's just been terrible for them. I feel so sorry for them. Now, I could probably put a bit more colour in the eggs, but I'll do the Posca later. I'll leave that. What I might do, I want black. I don't know. I can't do weird colours. I'm just one for doing very, like, woods, brown and greys, and, I use the natural colours. I can't, colour wood purple and all that sort of stuff. I find it really hard to do. Oh, Lulu, you're getting over COVID, no energy. Oh, God love ya. Oh, get well soon, girl. Oh. And my cat is trying to eat my phone. Oh. What is that? Is that a handle? I don't know what that is. So I've moved on from Pro Colour onto Colour Soft. But I thought I'd do a darker brown for the basket. It'll show the eggs up a bit more. And I have no idea why I printed this out on this paper to colour, because it is so smooth. And I love smooth paper, but you have no tooth to do layers. So, a bit of a challenge. So that's my fun and games, yeah. But love it here. So as far as houses go, I don't have big problems like poor Joe and Rita. I feel so sorry for them. Oh, we have a lemon. This is a second-hand house, because they're Maltese. They're like, this is a second-hand house. And it's like, no, it's not, Joe. It wasn't there. None of the houses were there. It's a new house, but what they have done is they've rushed it. And that'll be partly because of COVID, because they were behind with the building not being able to be on site. Just a little bit of petrol grey, which is number 680. Just a bit of shading. So the poor buggers, just a little bit of black as well. And go back over with the brown earth. Smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying so hard not to grab prisms out. Yeah, it is good to see she's on the mend. Yeah, Lulu. Get well, girl. God love you. It's not good. That'll do for now. What colour will I do the letters? Farmfresh produce. Oh, I suppose I could put some green into it. Well, that was what I was looking for. Pale brown for the eggs. Doesn't matter. Just play around, not fast. It's not in a book. You can download it and print it as many times as I want. So, lichen green C500. What about the black? Black. Or really dark. No, black would probably be better. Where'd you go? Right, I'm going to go over lightly with lichen green C500. I hope you didn't have it bad. Some people get it worse than others, and if you're fully vaxxed, then it's supposed to help. It's not doing anything at the moment, really. People are getting it anyway. So lichen green to start off with. I wasn't going to, but I can't help myself. And I haven't said anything, but when I got this, I did this. The lady that lives up the road from me in our street, our on-site manager said to her, "Oh, you got to meet Heather, you got to meet Heather," and kept saying it to her about 4 times. So she come and knocked on my door and introduced herself, and that was all well and good. I found out she found out I coloured, and she smokes and I smoke, and it's like, okay, so, a couple of things in common. Anyway, so she was born and raised in Geelong, so she took me shopping, and we went to a couple of art shops and all this sort of thing. We had fun shopping, and she had a really good day. We had quite a few laughs and everything, and that was all good. And then she chose this picture to colour. So I printed it out for her and me, and to be perfectly honest with you, she colours nearly as bad as, or just as bad as Scammer, if not worse. And so I did a tutorial lesson with her, whatever you want to call it. We did the apple. And I taught her, and this is very smooth paper, so it's not exactly, beginner's paper. So I taught her, she followed along with me. We went shopping. She ended up buying a set of Prismas and a set of Colour Soft. And so she brought them up, and she followed me along with her Prismas, and I got her to do layers instead of just a red apple. I got her to do layers and get some colour into it. And that was all good. And she did a pretty good job too, because she's heavy-handed. So I was teaching her how to, lighten off and use your pencil at different angles and, use it back here with less pressure and all sorts of stuff. So we were doing all that. That was all good. And it just turned into femme fatale from there. oh my God. Oh no. Nearly every night she was knocking on the door. Oh, I was just diamond painting and colouring. Thought I'd give my eyes a break so I'd come for a visit. Yep, no worries, and that was all right. So we were talking, and that was all good. And anyway, she took hers home and she coloured it, and she did the wood and the celery, and instantly reverted back to her old colouring, going over the lines, just like just without being. I don't mean to be horrible, but she's colouring like a 5-year-old, like over the lines, and just look. Did you not learn anything from doing that apple? Because she did a good job, learning to not just do brown, but she was adding colour in, and but she's just, I don't know. I was just like, did you listen to anything I said? Anyway, and it was like, oh God. So, and anyway, so that was that. But she was knocking on my door nearly every single night. And it was starting to get a bit much, and then she'd come here and she'd stir Wesley up. Oh, look, he's already made me bleed. And I said, leave him alone, because I don't want him thinking that he can treat visitors like that. And then 5 minutes later, she's over there playing with him again, and it's like, oh, just like leave him alone. I'm doing black here just to do a bit of, give some dimension to these letters. And it's like, oh my God, like leave the bloody cat alone. So she brought up a fish toy. She brought this other round toy with a mouse in the middle of it for me. She brought up a box of chocolates because I showed her how to colour. She brought up some cat food because she went into her cat food, didn't like it. She had this chest with like space on it, and I really loved it. Anyway, so one day during the day, she knocked on the door and she said, "Oh, here, you can have this because you liked it." And I was like, this is getting a bit weird. Some people are just always in a hurry to finish their projects and move on. But yeah, she's got more than that going on, Mona. I got to tell you, this was femme fatale. She's got more going on up there. Anyway, we were talking, and so I don't know what come up, but it was like something about pizza, and she said, "There's no pizza in St Leonard's." I said, "Yes, there is." She goes, "No, there isn't." I said, "Yes, there is." She goes, "No, there isn't." Okay, I'm not gonna. And I said, "Well, I'm pretty sure my neighbour and her family got pizza down there." No, there's no pizza in St Leonard's. So when I went down to the shops, I had a look, and here it is: Blue Seas Burgers and Pizza. Look, this lady's a Fruit Loop. There's just something not right here. So anyway, like I said, she brought me up all this stuff, and it just kept going on and on. And she used the excuse a few times, "Oh, I was just colouring and diamond painting, giving my eyes a break, thought I'd come up for a visit." And after about 3 times, that excuse was getting a bit old, so she found something else. We went shopping again, and she, for some reason, got really flustered. So I was trying. Had more shopping than I did, so I sort of went to open a bag and help her out, like hold it open for her. She ended up banging me in the head with her books, and you could see that you could feel and hear. I think she was really frustrated, and it's like, oh wow, like this is just not normal. And I thought, well, that's the last time we'll be going shopping together, I've got to tell you. And anyway, she banged me in the head with the book. She said sorry, but it was a real, like, sorry, sort of like, it was just, yeah, it's like, well, don't bother saying it at all, sort of thing. And it was just one thing after another. And then one night she rang up. I was actually talking to Amy in WA. We were doing a video chat. She rang up. She goes, "I've got something for you. I'm going to bring it up. I've come for a walk." And I said, "Look, now's not a good time because I'm video chatting." And which I was. So she didn't come up. And then the next day, what happened? Oh, the next night, about 5 to 8, she knocked on my door, and I was watching Aliens, so I put it up on purpose because I knew, because every night this was happening. And anyway, she knocked on the door about 5, and I just didn't answer it. I thought, I'm done with this. Like, I've just come off 5 acres. I live in isolation. I don't need her in my pocket. It's driving me up the damn wall. So I just didn't answer it, and I thought, I need a rest. I need a break. This woman's driving me up the wall. Anyway, so then she sends me a message. I'm over at my girlfriend, over at Wendy's, and we're having a drink, and she sends me a message. Something about lesson learnt, laugh out loud. Have I done something wrong? Laugh out loud. And I'm like, what? Like, I was just, oh, are you serious? Oh, this is only half of it. You got no idea, guys. And I thought, this is going to stop. Like, I can't deal with this woman. It was just crazy. And then in the meantime, she's not well. And apparently she's got cancer. So she gets an ambulance and goes to hospital, discharges herself the next morning. That afternoon, she's back in. Then she's out again. And this kept going on. Like, she can't keep just doing this to the ambulance. Like, they're going to get jack of this. Anyway, and then Wendy and I were going up to check our mail at the club, at the temp, it's a house, but it's a temp clubhouse. And she no sooner had, this is it, though. You come home and no sooner you got home and she's ringing you. My neighbour Lynn and I went for a walk. We took her dog for a walk, her corgi Sophie, and the phone rings, and I thought, I'll get it later. And it wasn't even 2 minutes, and it's ringing again. And Lynn said, what? And I go, oh, like, now you know what I mean. I go, this is like, this lady's weird. I'm telling you, she's a Fruit Loop. Anyway, so that was just something else. But anyway, Wendy and I were going up the clubhouse, and no sooner had we got around the corner, and here comes this woman in her car and winds down the window. And she goes, I'm in so much pain, I shouldn't be driving. And here she is sitting in the car. I'm like, what? Hello? Oh, they don't know what's wrong. My stomach's descended, but my bladder's okay. And I felt saying, but they do know what's wrong. Have you got, she's got cancer. Oh, I shouldn't be driving. I've got to go and get cat food or something. And then I was later on that afternoon walking past, or the next day walking past. And she goes, oh, I've got to go and get cat food. I said, do you want me to go and get you something? No, it's okay. I've got to get smokes. Why didn't you get them yesterday? Yeah, it must have been the day after. Why didn't you get them yesterday when you were out? So you got it all done at once. Oh, do you know how expensive they are down there? And it's like, yeah, but you got to do what you got to do. Like, you're not supposed to be driving. You're in pain, but you're in the car and you're driving. You need cat food. You didn't get smokes. So next day you're in the car and you're driving again. And then you had this, she got this, I'm telling you, this just went on and on and on. But anyway, I'm just chatting while I'm colouring sort of thing. So I'm just filling it in. It's just, yeah, she's weird. So I was over at my friend. She tried to contact me and I just didn't answer it. And she sent a message, oh, I've rung for an ambulance. It's going to be here in an hour. I tried to get Kate, which is her on-site manager, and I got no help. I don't know Lynn's phone number. And I thought, well, Lynn doesn't want you to have her bloody phone number anyway because you're a nutcase. And I was like, I can't deal with this. She's nuts. Get away from me. Anyway, that's when it was, sorry, so I'm a bit off track here. So the next day when Wendy and I were going up and she come in the car and wound the window and all the rest of it. So I've even coloured the wrong bit there. And she went out and she goes, oh, the ambulance is going to be 2 hours. I go, that's funny because in the message you said it was going to be an hour. Well, I'm going to check up on her. So when we went up to the clubhouse, I said to Kate said, oh, she's home. And I said, yeah. I said, she tried to contact you last night to get an ambulance. She goes, what? So while we were standing there, she's gone all through her phone. And Kate said, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. So she went through it again. She goes, there is nothing here. The last message I got from her is to say that she's home. And I go, well, she tried to contact you last night to get her an ambulance. And Kate said, we don't do that. This is not a retirement village. This is a lifestyle community, independent living. And the lady, Jill, who's like, she works in an office and does stuff as well. She said, we don't do that here. We're not a retirement village. There's not an on-call nurse, and we don't do that sort of. This is independent living. She goes, she got family, hasn't she? I said, yeah. She goes, well, why didn't you ring them? I said, because she's weird and she's a femme fatale. And I said, all this stuff that she cat food, cat toys, all sorts boxes of chocolates, all sorts of stuff. Shout me fish and chips. Kate said, that's weird. And I go, you're not kidding. And she goes, you know what? She said, you're going to have to get nasty and just delete her. And I said, well, I'm going to have to because I can't deal with it. She's crazy. And then to top it all off, we had the Christmas community party. And she's been going over to the lady across the door and taken her box of chocolates, box of biscuits, newspapers. No sooner does poor Sandra come home and now she's ringing her. And she's not even, she's barely even in the driveway. And this nutcase is ringing her already. And I go, now you know why I backed off and won't have anything to do with her. And she's like, oh my God. She goes, I'm not encouraging her. And I thought the only way you're going to get rid of her is to just cut her off. Because she's a femme fatale, single white female. I don't know. There's just, yeah, screw loose. A few screws loose. Anyway, so this rotten loopy goes over to Sandra's one day on a beautiful, expensive leather couch, says, I don't like this couch. It makes me sweat too much. And Sandra's like horrified, like this is a damn good leather couch, like how rude can you be? Anyway, so going back to the community party, she said to Sandra, she said, if I go to the community Christmas party, Heather, Lynn and Wendy won't go. And Sandra told her, like, what? Where the hell did she get that from? VOGFFYI, really? Hello, Merrily. Welcome. Yeah, the elevator certainly does not go all the way up. I did hide, and my neighbours were going, where are you? We haven't seen you for days. I said, I'm a prisoner in my own home. I cannot go out the front because as soon as I do, onto me. Denise, yes, hello. Oh, thank you. I'm just live streaming on YouTube. No, come on. I'm the host. Thank you, darling. Thanks for the other one. Sorry, guys, that was my neighbour bringing my bowl back from New Year's Eve. And said, I'm live streaming. She goes, anything interesting? I said, I'm the host. She goes, oh. Anyway, so she's awesome. She's looking for the nuts from here, loose screw. Yeah. So anyway, that's a basic rundown. Yeah, and of course we had the Christmas Kris Kringle, and she said, oh, and Wendy said, I'll do the right thing and invite her. We can't sort of leave her out, although we wanted to. So she knocked on her door and said, hi, we're having a Kris Kringle. If you'd like to come, just bring a plate. And she turned around and she goes, oh, no, for certain someone else is going. I'm not going. It's like, huh? Like, she didn't say to Wendy, like, if Heather's going, I'm not going. Or she just said, oh, for certain someone's going, I'm not going. Didn't elaborate. And I'm just like, well, how do we know who you're talking about if you don't tell me who it is, sort of thing, So that was stupid. And she said to Sandra that Wendy was rude. Wendy is the most sweetest, loving, friendly, not a nasty bone in her body. And why would you knock on someone's door and ask them to come to a Christmas do and be nasty? So we thought, right, anyway. And after that, Lynn, my neighbour, she was fuming. When she heard that, she was fuming. She said, how dare she talk about people, about me like that? And I mean, my poor neighbour's got nothing to do with it. It was between her and me, not them. And she's taken it out on them as well. And it's like, oh, my God, you Fruit Loop. Anyway, I was out the front one day, and I was like, I got rid of her. Gone. So, like I said, I was locking myself away, and they're like, where are you? I go, I'm a prisoner in my own home. This is ridiculous. Because as soon as I go out there, she's on to me. So I got rid of her. I'm out the front having a smoke one day, and someone was walking across, and I didn't take any notice. I actually thought it was a workman, and I'm being honest, I thought it was a workman. And she waved and gave me this smile, and it's like, oh, shit, sprung. The moment I got out the front, I'm sprung. So she waved and gave me a smile, and I thought, oh, shit. I said, oh, I didn't notice that it was you. I said, I thought it was a workman. She goes, in these clothes? And I thought, well, I didn't take any notice, to be honest. And so she goes, I've got something to tell you. She goes, I'm going to sell and I'm going to move. I'm going to be closer to the hospital because there's only one ambulance here. and closer to my family, and it's like, yay! Yay! Hurry up and sell! Go, go, go! Thank God for that. So at the moment we're all waiting, hopefully fingers crossed. Go, get lost, go, leave. We asked her to. I'm having a good old session here. We asked her to Melbourne Cup Day. We had a Melbourne Cup Day over at Wendy's, and we had nibblies and a few drinks and stuff. Anyway, and we asked her to come over. This is before the main crap. Yeah, absolutely. And we did it. We asked her to come over, and we were over there having a few drinks. So eventually she come over. She stood pretty much behind me, and someone said, "Would you like, do you want to sit down?" And Abby, do your stuff, honey. Please. Get rid of them. Anyway, so she stood behind me, and someone said, "Do you want to sit down?" She goes, "No, I'm right here, thanks." And then someone else, a few minutes later said, "Would you like to sit down?" "No, I'm right here, thanks." And I thought, but it was the way she said it was really abrupt. Wasn't nice at all. And I sort of, rolled my eyes and looked at Lynn. I thought that was pretty abrupt. That was uncalled for. That one's too yellow. And I'm not even telling you what colour I'm using because this picture doesn't matter. So, so that was really abrupt and it was unnecessary. And then someone else, "Would you like something to eat?" "No, thank you." Like, she was really abrupt and everything. Anyway, and there was only, I don't know, maybe 5 of us, 6 of us or something. They went inside to watch the race, and I was still outside on the veranda. And she said, "Are you going in?" I said, "Yeah, I will in a minute when the race gets a bit closer." And she was a bit huffy about that. And then a minute later, she said, "I'm going for a smoke." And she went home and she never come back. And it's like, yay, get lost. Thanks, Ab. It's just like, oh my God, like, you don't speak, they were just trying to make her feel welcome and offer a seat, offer food, and she was snappy, and so we don't need that crap. Like, get lost, go away. Anyway, she didn't come back, so she's made no effort to, and she said she was alone, and she was getting in my pocket something chronic. And I thought you said you're a loner. It's not working out that way, is it? Because you drive them out the freaking wall. Femme fatale, tell ya. So anyway, that all stems from this damn picture. So hurry up and sell and get lost. So yeah, it's been fun here. Got a couple up the road. They went out for dinner one night, and they went to pokies, and she won $5,000. They come home about 11 o'clock at night, come in the back way, which you're not supposed to do. And apparently, she told us they set alarms off and all this sort of stuff. And because there is a thing at the back where you can get through, and because the fence isn't completed yet, it's not completely secure. And so apparently they set the alarm off. And then we get a newsletter, and it's like, "Can you please use the main?" Because I'm dropping their sister off, so they come back in the back way. Anyway, so we get the newsletter, and it's like, "Can you please use the main areas? There's security cameras up there. Stay out of the construction area. Otherwise, the cops will be called." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Anyway, there's been a few people, they've gone for walks or whatever up near in where the houses are being built in the construction area. And the builders are told to get off site and not come back till about the 13th of January. And there's been a couple up from us in the houses working, and they're not supposed to be. So I love their security cameras. What security cameras? There isn't any. They're telling fibbies. They're lying. They are lying. There is no security cameras. Can't go too much on this either. It's blooming. Oh, laugh. So, yeah, we've had fun and games here. It's all fun. Lots of fun. But the lady that knocked on my door and brought my bowl back, she's lovely. And her hubby, he's a character. He's one-track minded. He's funny. He's always coming out with stuff. Very cheeky. But no, they're awesome. So we've got a good streak. We just need one to get lost. My hair's in the video. Is it? Oh no, it's the shadow from the pencils. Sorry. Oh dear. All right. What else have we got here? That's lichen green. Lichen green and Lincoln green. All right. I think that might be an eggplant. I don't know what it is. It's zucchini or something, looking at that. So yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in life at lifestyle. So Leonard's. Oh, from this picture. Here's in the video. Anyway, thank you, Mona. Yeah, I think it was the shadow, honey. Sounds like my place. Yeah, probably. That's what you get when you get, people in, like, it's not just a suburbia, it's like the community, so everyone gets in everyone's, business. Oh, no, when you lean forward, your hair is there. Oh, okay. This hair. Oh, her hair is gorgeous. Glad you think so, Abby. It needs to be coloured again. There's too much grey in it. It's probably bleached a little bit with the sun too. Wow, that was a session, wasn't it? Oh, you're allowed to have dogs here, but they're only allowed to be a certain size. Where does it say that, you stupid woman? Serious? Laugh out loud, love listening to your stories. Oh, God, she's a story, Lulu. In place. You and Kimmy have beautiful hair. Aww. I'll tell you what, Ab, I saw you sitting on that little cow, that was it cow, was it? That little statue thingy. And you look good, girl. Got your makeup happening and look really good. All right, so I'm leaving that area just in the centre. Start to go a bit darker down in the corner. Now, that one was Lichen Green C500, and this one is Lincoln Green 480. Sorry, it's just a car going past, I think. Yes, you move from Scarsdale 5 acres in isolation and you avoid all this crap. You move here and it's like, oh my God, like femme fatale. Apparently the other day, I'll start. Yeah. See, Wendy mentions it all the time. I don't know. There was one. We went to a coffee van one morning, and there was a lady there, like an elderly lady, and I don't know if it was there or it might have been later on, I think. Anyway, she was at the coffee van. She hadn't bought the house yet. She was looking. So that was all right. So we had the coffee van. Then after that, took Lynn's dog for a walk because Lynn couldn't. I can't remember why, but anyway, we're taking Soph for a walk. And that lady was there, and we were talking to her, and she said, "Oh, are you two together?" Like, no, no, just friends. If that's what I think we're pretty sure that's what she meant. Anyway, so we're talking to her for a while. She's talking about hair. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's got its hiccups like everywhere else, but it's good. And so we went for a walk, and then every now and again, you got your footpath, and we're walking side by side, and our hands had actually touched, and we were laughing at each other after what that lady said, "Are you two together?" And then it happened a couple of times, and then Wendy ended up backing off and walking a few steps behind me. And we were just having a good old laugh and a giggle about it. What was that one? Pale brown. I might use just very gently down in here. Not too much. I don't want it too brown. So we were laughing about that. That was funny. Anyway, the other day we went shopping, the two of us, and of course we're together again. And we come across this the whingers in the next street. There's three of them. They go for a walk. They just whinge and complain about everything. And they've got their ringleader. She's very strong personality and very dominant, you could say. But they're a pain in the butt. Anyway, so there was a couple of other ladies, but they stopped going with them because they just whinge and complain and bitch and all the rest of it. So, yeah, there's only three of them now. Anyway, so this lady was with them. And of course, Wendy and I are in the car about to go shopping. So here we are again. We're together. Oh, we thought that was funny. And apparently, there was some bird that was in here. She must have had her father or someone with her. But I'll tell you, it's 15 k's an hour in here. And this rotten cow, she was speeding. She come up our street. Flew up our street, did a U-turn, flew back because you can only go so far, and flew back out again. And it's like, slow the hell down, because you got grandkids here at the moment out on their scooters and playing outside. It's like, come flying around the corner, you'll bloody take the kids out. It's like, slow the hell down. Anyway, so we weren't real happy about that. So, of course, Wendy had to slow down and, unwind the window and have it, say hello and everything. And to me, it's like, just keep driving. Just wave and keep going. So we're chatting away with them. And, of course, this lady's there and the one that said, you two together. And apparently they had this, from what we gather, they had someone pull up, and one of the residents or whatever had come out and said, you can't park there. So this guy got out and top of his lungs, F this, F that, abusing, carrying on like a pork chop. And the lady that said, are we together, has actually bought a house now. She's moved in. And she goes, is it like this all the time? Oh, no. Oh, what is if you hang around that three? But anyway, yeah. So the three that, were going for a walk moved in front of the car. They were standing in front of Wendy's car, and I said, now's the time to plant the foot. I was like, take him out, quick, take him out. Plant that foot. So they were going for a walk, and the lady, the elderly lady, she's like that all the time. She said, like the abuse, that we don't know who that is. It was just someone that's come in here looking around. I don't know what the full story is. I said, but you just ignore the whingers and the complainers from certain people, meaning the three that had just walked off. Look, don't hang around them, because that's all they do is whinge and bitch and complain. Look, you're talking to the wrong people there, Those three are bloody trouble. because there's a couple, they are together, these ladies, and they have a couple of dachshunds, and they live on the corner of Bitchy Street. We call it Bitchy Street, not Pisshead Street. We call it Bitchy Street, and which is the three that went for the walk, the complainers, the whingers, and there's a couple on the corner. Now, when we first had our happy hour during COVID, you're only allowed to have 10 people and all this sort of stuff. There was more than that, and the couple on the corner complained about it, said there's too many people, you're not allowed to do that, blah blah, and they called the cops. We only found this out a few weeks ago. They called the cops. Are you serious? Oh my God. So I don't know if the cops came. I don't know what happened there. So anyway, this is too funny. They called the cops and for having too many people. And then one day, Wendy, this is a couple of months or so now, she went for a walk with these three. And all they do, and that's how, all they do is whinge and bitch and complain. And Wendy said, I'm not going for a walk with them again. There's no way, they just whinge and complain. I said, we should go with them because then you get all the gossip. They find out what's going on, get all the gossip. So, so that's how, they complained, these two ladies on the corner. And when Wendy went for a walk with them, and like I said, this is a couple of months ago or so now, they were saying that they said they were going to, when they put washing on the line, they were going to bang on the fence and make noise. And, it's just talk about, go back to high school, all the crap. It's just, oh, my God. But it's funny because we have like I am now, we have a bit of a discussion and a bit of a laugh about it all and, gossip and everything. Oh, there's some single guy moving in our street next to Lynn. Well, that's not true. We don't know who's moving in that house, to be honest. I'm not sure what's going on there. That house is just sitting there at the moment. It's sold, but we don't know who's moving in. But my days is right. My aunt's car plate was her name, Gay, and we had a ball in the car. And they kept stealing it. Oh. No worries, Lulu. This is just, so it's fun. And then the other day, New Year's, I was up at Denise. She dropped the bowl off just before for New Year's. We went up, had a barbecue at her place. And while we're there, this guy pulled up with this other elderly lady in the car. And it's like, who's that? I said, well, I'm due for a smoke, so we'll go out and have a look. Pair of Mrs. Jessup's. Anyway, so I went out the front and this guy pulled up and he got out the car and thought, oh, yeah, couple moving in. And then he went over to the house and he went in the back gate, which you're not allowed to do because it's on the construction site. And he went in the back gate and had a look. Anyway, that's his house. He's moving in there. So at the end of February, so I was checking it out. So we went outside and next minute, getting the third degree off Chris and there are questions. Is that your house? When are you moving in? Are you on your own? Are you single? Getting the rundown. And his name's Mark, and he is single, and he's actually got a hot rod, he said. And the lady with him must have been his mum or something, from what we could gather. It's not his, wasn't. We thought it might have been his partner, but no, she wasn't a bit older than him. They reckon he was probably in his mid-50s or so. So he's moving in the end of. So we're going to have finally, we're going to have a single male in the street. So bitchies next door in the next street are going to have a ball with that. Because when they had their happy hour, we went around there when the two ladies on the corner complained. That was I've been here 4 months, so that was 3.5 months ago or so. And we went around there. They said, "Oh, there's a single guy going in." They call us the single street because there is a few single ladies in this street. "Oh, we're going to have a guy move. There's a single guy moving in next to Lynn." And one of the ladies there, I'm not sure who it was, turned around and said, "He's mine. Get your eyes off him. I'm going to have him." And we're like, "Whoa, what?" This poor guy hasn't even moved in. You don't even know what he looks like. This woman's got cards on him already. And I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, oh, jeez. So it's going to be fun that there is actually now a single male, moving into this street. And there is single ladies in this street. So you can imagine the crap that's going to come out of that. Oh, no. That's the wrong colour, actually. Yeah, Lincoln green, I think I want it. So, yeah, I'm sure the rumours and crap will start from that. It's all fun and games. Sit back and laugh my head off. So funny. And the old girl up the road, she's absolutely love her to death, but she'll pretty much argue with you that this is a retirement village. It's not a retirement village. Some of us are getting jack of it. It's like, it's not a bloody retirement village. It's a community, lifestyle community, 50s and over. This is not a retirement village. It's just so funny. Hen fight, yeah, they can go for it. Geez, just slice and dice him up. I know it's a bit like that, Donna, but God, it's so funny. And all I can see down chat is all these laughing faces. It's hilarious. Oh, I love it. It's awesome. Oh, dear me. What other colours have I got? Orange. That one's rose. I don't think I want that one. I'm glad I kept you all entertained. Stay tuned. You never know. Something exciting might happen. I finally got my neighbour in next door, Julie. She's really nice. And the other side, they live up the coast, just up the coast a bit at another community, and they sold there and made a good profit. So they've sold there and moved here. And they came the other week to have a look at the house and said, "Oh, put a bird bath out the front, put a few plants in." I go, "Not here, you won't. We're not allowed to." They're like, "What?" So you're in for a shock here. So we can at the Ocean Grove. We're allowed to put in whatever we want. Not here, not. We can't have solar light out the front. We can't have a bird bath out the front. They had a garden talk the other week, and the lady that does, she's part of the gardening, said, you can go for your life, sort of, put a few plants in, and we're all looking, thinking we're not allowed to. And I don't think she obviously didn't know that. And then one of the project managers, I think it was Aubrey, turned around and said, you can put a few plants in the front, but you have to submit a plan and hand it into Kate and Walshy and get it approved by Lifestyle before we can put it in. And they're going to put all these eucalypts. We're all getting a tree, and they're eucalypts, and they're about 7 meters high or something. And we don't want them, so we're all going to kill them because we don't want them. They're a mess. They're going to go for the piping and everything. We don't want them. And they're, it's like, we're the residents. You need to listen to us. We don't want them. No one wants them. Everyone's up and doesn't want them. We don't want them. So that's going to be fun. Love Heather's laugh. It's infectious. Oh my God, yeah. So you have to stay tuned because it's just been fun. And they put these trees in. Yep, we're all going to kill them. We don't want them. I think this is an orange. I don't know what this one is. It looks like a mouldy orange. I'm not sure what it is. It's a bit lumpy and bumpy. So I haven't done much as you. I started off fast. But as usual, like every other stream, I start off fast and then end up talking more than a colour. So that one's light sand. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. I'm just reflecting and thinking back, and it's like, it's just, oh. Oh my God, be right back laughing too hard. I agree, Lulu. I love hearing her laugh. Well, I'm glad I made you all laugh. It's been, yeah, it's good. I love seeing all you guys cracking up laughing. And it all stemmed from this picture. Anyway, they did that gardening thing, and it's like, yep, and we're not allowed to do this, ladies, put a few plants in, and then of course they're native and exotic plants. Because of COVID, they're on a backlog with the trees, which is good. Thank God for that, because we haven't got the stupid things. The plants that they get, the exotic plants that start off small, they're hard to get, and yet they want us to buy the plants that are going in the front. We're going to pay for our own plants. We've got to plants. We have to submit a plan so it gets approved, and it's in theme with the coastal theme that they've got going here. And then you've got to turn around to APL, which is our landscapers, and go, don't touch that plant, don't touch that plant, and don't touch that plant because I'm going to trim them. That's my bit of gardening. And then they're going to do the rest. And I knew before I moved in, like things like, say the tree was scraping and it was going to scrape on your car, or scraping on the side of your house, or, things, just for an example, things like that. We're not allowed to trim them. We're not allowed to touch them. They have to do it. We've got to let them know, and they've got to do it. And it's like, yeah, well, a few people are like, we've got news for them. Not that a tree's going to scratch on the car, but if it did, people was like, well, I'm going to trim it. But I'm telling you, they put those trees in, and there's some here. They just ran out because of COVID and stock and all that sort of stuff. But the trees that are in here was like, we don't want them. We're going to kill them. And it's like, well, if they want to put those trees in, then they can pay for the guttering to be cleaned. They can pay for any pipe damage that the roots do. It's fun. Honeymoon's over. I mean, I love it here, don't get me wrong. I do love it here, but there's just some things that we're, a bit not happy with. The trees being one. Our electricity bills are a bit dearer than what we would like. And then they send us this bloody flyer. Christmas has come early. The electricity is going to be cheaper. We worked it out. And Norm up the road he said, have you seen this? And I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, it's going to be such and such. I said, no. I said, look at your bill. So I grabbed the bill and I said, that's not cheaper. That's dearer. I'll go and get it. Hang on a sec. No worries. Hang on. That's supposed to be colouring, but I mean, you guys, you know, like if anyone's good at maths, right? This is my bill, right? Now, we don't pay for electricity at the moment. We're on generators. We don't pay for electricity till the clubhouse is open. But down here, you've got your unit price. Electricity supply charge, 1.089, right? And then you've got your electricity usage down here, right? 0.192, right? That's that. Some important information about your electricity. Christmas has come early. We are delighted to announce that your electricity rates will reduce as part of the latest price review. Well, that's funny because Dawn come over and he said, oh, look, I did some calculations. And when I pointed it out to him, electricity supply charge, 1.08. Daily supply charge, new rate, 1.17. I'm not great at maths and I hated maths at school. But when I went to school, 1.17 is higher than 0.19, right? Electricity usage, 0.19, electricity usage, 0.19. So electricity supply charge, daily supply charge, 1.17. Electricity usage, 1.1. So, you know, 0.1988, 0.19920. Wow, what a discount. Huge discount. Not. My water's $4.37. I'm happy about that. $4.37 for water is awesome. But this here and this here, what a load of crap. Seriously. That's anyway, and I said to Norm, no, that one's slightly down and the other one's dearer. It's like, what the hell? That's BS, that is. So he said I was about 20, what did he say, $234 a month or something. It was like whoopee-doo. And the lady that dropped the bowl off before, she works in a bank for 35 years, so she's good with numbers. And she goes, it's not even worth sneezing at. No, I said, that's ridiculous. So anyway, so we'll see what happens with the electricity. It's like, hang on a minute, that's not right. That's ridiculous, actually. So yes, we shall see what happens there. Now I'll do a strawberry or two, and I suppose I better let you guys go. And I hope I think you've had a good laugh and had some fun today. Yes, that doesn't add up at all. Pimento 540. Hello, stomach. It's growling at me. 580, which is like sand. And the lead's broken. We've had a bowl listening to your stories. You all right, Abby? Did you have to go and get a drink of water? It's always a joy. Yeah, I love you guys. I love talking to you guys. Now, once I get going and get on a roll, I'm all right. But you never know what's been going. Like, you know, I could be quiet and not much has been happening, or have a good laugh and tell you something funny that's been that's been happening. Now this one's brown 510, but it's kind of a greeny, Lincolny brown kind of khaki kind of colour. But yeah, that electricity bill is like, hang on, Christmas is here. We're delighted to announce a discount. Yeah, really? Don't bother. No, okay, yep. Nature called. Dark brown. Is anything yellow green? It's pretty bright, but it'll do for the time being for the base coat. For the leaves. They're quite bright colours, really. The colour soft. Oh, my stomach is rumbling. So yeah, from moving from Scarsdale in isolation and nice and quiet and minding my own business to moving here and it's all fun and games. But we do have a great street, apart from one. The rest are okay. We've got a good street. Girlfriend across the road, Wendy, the other night comes out the front, Hannah, yelling out. I was like, oh my God, come and have a drink with us. And her and my neighbour up the road, Marilyn, the two of them, let's come and have a drink. So, all right. So I had a quick shower, went over, had a drink with them. Marilyn had been near the beach for quite a few hours or something, and she come home and she's having a drink, and she was smashed. She'd had the grandkids for a while and they'd gone home, and she was like, yay, celebrate. And she was absolutely tanked. So we're sitting at the front till 11 o'clock at night, and it's like, shh, the whole neighbourhood up before long. And she was that smashed, and I ended up walking her home. Because I've been, tipsy since I've been here, but I don't like getting drunk. I don't like that. Go to bed, spin out, need the bucket. No, don't like that at all. No. And that's why I'm not really a drinker, because I don't like that feeling. Hate it. So anyway, I walked her home, and she's grabbing my hand, and we're doing 12s up the street, and because she's drunk, I'm not, and it's like, oh my God. Oh, goodness me. Look, there's Sharon's new car. She's pointing at it, and I said, don't touch it. I said, the alarm will go off. I don't even know if the car's got an alarm, and I just didn't want it to, just in case she set something off or whatever. And it's like, shh. And they start singing and dancing and grabbing my arm and doing twirls, and it was like, oh God, wait till she got up the steps. And, no, Ella! And it's like, oh, can I got the whole damn neighbourhood? Bloody funny. Hilarious. I'm not really fussed about that strawberry. It's hidden in the background, so there's no real details to it. But no, there's a few here that want to get into colouring. Wendy had a go at it one night. Neighbour across the road. I don't know. It's not her thing. I don't think. She's more a social butterfly than sitting quietly and colouring sort of thing. She'd rather be out visiting or having a wine or something. But she had a bit of a go, and there's another elderly lady up the road. She wants to have a go because she goes, "Am I the only dumb one not colouring?" It's like, you're not dumb just because you don't colour. Seriously. Streets roll up here to accept. Oh, streets roll up here too, except for me. Yeah, right, Abby. But yeah, I'm not a social butterfly. I do like have a few, like I got my neighbours, and we have a good street, so I've become friends, good friends with a few. Or everyone in this street, nearly just apart from one. We're all really close, and you could ever needed help or you needed a cup of sugar, you can go to your neighbours for it. Like, it's really great. Love it. Really nice people, and the people that are moving next door to me, I've met them, and they're nice. Poor buggers want to put a bird bath out the front. It's like, not here, you won't. You're gonna wish you stayed at Ocean Grove. But anyway, but they're really nice, and he's got like he's funny one-liners and cracks a joke and bubbly, good aura about him, good personality sort of. So they'll be fun. They said they pretty much stick to themselves. They don't mind a wine, but they'd rather, like, they have friends outside the community sort of thing, which it's sort of, I understand that. But no, they're pretty good. Those greens are too much. I might use a little bit of this one, but it's too much like this one here. So it's actually a brown, but brown 510. This has been one hell of a colouring sessions. I've told you the colours. Don't know if Bee's away. She hasn't streamed for a couple of weeks now. She hopes she's all right. Should message her and see if she's all right. She's either away. I just hope she's not, COVID or anything. Oh, there's another one there. So hell is so heavy for you. It's the last stop, 55 and up, more like up. Yep. Yes. And that's why it's 50s and over here, and half of them are, wow, 69, 70s, couple of 83, 84. But they get into it, though. They're not, most of them get right into it. Have a wine and have a laugh, and, they don't act like they're, about to. I think that's still broken. Yeah, bloody thing. Yeah, no, they get right into it. They don't show their age. Trying to be as polite as I can here. But a little bit. A couple of them are a little bit funny sometimes. But pretty much they get into it. Our street, they come and have a wine, and Beaver's just taking a break, an extra week off from streaming. Yep. Yeah, I was hoping that's all it was. Nothing serious or anything. Wonder how different that one is. Might not be much different. I'm using a Prisma now, green ochre 1091. Celadon green 1020. This is just a play around today, catch up, New Year's, say hello, hope you had a good Christmas, New Year's. I need not to put that away. Yeah, I don't know which one did I use. Figures. You not to put it away. Where are you? Black and green. I was using that one. Might be this one. Not that it matters. Well, I was off to a good start. I started colouring quick and thought, I might get a little bit done today if I shut up and colour. But no, I got carried away. Chit-chatting. Made you all laugh, eh? That makes my day. That's the last. Yeah, I would say so. I could always message her and make sure she's all right. No, I actually checked in. It's like, nope, she's not streaming today. That might have been last Monday, and then Friday. It's like, oh, she's not streaming today either. I hope she's okay. Just taking a break. Oh, look at that. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 14 minutes. All right, I'll knock off in a sec. So, Moni, you told me what you got for Christmas. No one else did. Surely you got something, guys. Heather, it's been a great stream full of laughs, so thank you. You're welcome. You did, Lulu. No Diane today. Hi, Diane, if you watch this back. Missed you in chat, girl. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. All right, I'm done and dusted. That'll. I did tell you, Abby. Oh, you did too. Yep. Cool. Yep. Well, guys, got a little bit done, I suppose. Get that out of the way. Sorry, shadow. So yeah, there was just a play around today and a chit chat. I don't know whether I'll do this next week. I might. If you want me to, I will. Or I'll pick something else. Not sure yet. We'll see what happens. My boxes, my books sitting in my colouring boxes are driving me crazy. Because I just want to get them out, so I've got them in front of me on my shelf. But anyway, it will happen eventually. Won't happen overnight, but it will happen. Thank you very much for being here today, guys. Please stay safe with all this rampant, bloody, stupid COVID going around and everything. And yeah, just stay safe, guys. Think about you all, and in the USA and everything. And then you got the fires over there, which were really bad. And then it snowed. I saw that. So take care of yourselves. All right, everyone, take care. And I shall talk to you next week. I enjoyed having you here, Abby. Donna, Picky's beginning to come alive. You're doing an awesome job on it. Thanks for having us in today. Enjoyed being with you so much. Love and big warm hugs to you, Heather. Back at you, Donna. Thank you for being here. Thank you for a great stream, Heather. Happy New Year to you and everyone. Thank you all for being here. I'm glad I made you laugh. When I look back at chat and see all that laughing up there, makes my day, guys. It really does. Till next time. Just scrolling back down. Happy New Year. See you next week, guys. Bye.